alternative film about the royal wedding.
Right.
I'd like to know, is the idea of a prince real?
We can't.
Is there such a thing as a prince? Can you not say that?
Ladies and gentlemen, firstly I bring with you a message from Her Majesty the Queen herself. She has told me to convey the message to you that she is extremely sorry that she couldn't invite all you lot to the wedding, especially bearing in mind that most of you paid for it, at least British taxpayers. The reason that she gives for this is that she doesn't have quite enough room to put you all up. Well, she does actually, but not all in the same place. She's particularly sorry to this lady here in the red, because you look very nice with a lovely smile. And the chap at the back of the hat, quite frankly, he doesn't mind that you're not coming to the wedding. I'm only kidding, sir. I'm only saying that because you're so far back, there's no chance you can come and punch me. Anyway, I'd like to involve you lot in this. Wondering I am why on earth you are standing here in central London, far away from a screen you can barely see, and you can't hear a thing. Is there anybody here that perhaps needs a doctor? Yes, quite a few of you, yes. You're the only ones that admit it. Oh, let's try it the other way around. If you realise that you've got serious psychological disorders that brought you here, keep your hands down. Keep your hands down. Oh, that's the lot of you then, including the security people. The only difference is the security people are getting paid to do this. You are doing it for free. Why? I ask myself. What has happened to the good British public? Have you got anything else better to do?
Right.
So here we are,
right.
with, just your first name would be great.
Paul.
Paul. And I've noticed, Paul, that you're selling, as you said it, bags and flags.
Bags and flags.
And I said to you, is there such a thing as a prince? Is that a real concept?
No, it's not a real concept. I'm an anti-royalist. I don't like the royals. They talk about national debt. If you've seen the amount of paintings and artwork and bloody crowns and gold jewels they've got stored underneath their palaces, they could sell them paintings and pay the whole national debt. They could feed the world. Yeah, if the Queen took her crown and took that big diamond out the middle that she stole from India, right, that would feed everyone, everywhere, anywhere. Right, they talk about national debt, but come on, man, look at the amount of paintings they've got in their houses and stuff. It's a joke, mate. It's a joke.
It's a great question. I've got another question for you.
Go on.
Do you think they know this? Do you think they're aware that they could feed the world with all this stuff?
Yeah, no, I don't think they do. I think they're so stuck up and so snobby that they don't even know, like, you know, they haven't even got the space to hang the paintings on the wall. So they've just got them in boxes underneath the palaces, gathering dust, doing what? Sell them. Get rid of them. We don't want them. We don't need them. Feed the world. Feed Africa.
Brilliant.
All right, my man.
Just your first name, please.
Sean.
Sean, can you tell us why have you come here today and what do you think about the royal family?
I've come here today because I think the royal family is really important, and I think it's good for the nation, and I think over the youngsters of today don't appreciate what they've got with such a brilliant monarchy.
Right. So, what do you think the monarchy actually offers to youngsters today?
Well, I think the youngsters of today don't really have much respect for people, and the monarchy are a wonderful thing, and a lot of people think they're rubbish, but they're not. They bring a lot of industry into the country, and we have a lot of history as well.
Right, so you think they bring history and industry into the country?
Definitely, yes.
Right. And what would you say to people who say that they actually amass trillions of pounds worth of money and, a drain on our taxes? What would you say to them?
Well, if you think of what's happened today, and for each UK citizen it costs 59 pence a year, I'd say that was worth that today, just to pay that 59 pence.
Great, thank you very much.
gentlemen, I do actually want some feedback here from the crowd, because I don't get paid for this. It's just the technique I use for getting out of looking after my wife and kids. But anyway, my question for you is the concept of a prince actually for real? So let's ask you, madam, is there such a thing as a prince? Sorry, you don't speak English, you've no idea what you're even doing here. You're just waiting with everybody else, hoping something's going to happen. It's the royal wedding today. Yeah, that's what's going on. Anyway, anybody here actually speak English? Could you just show your hands, please? Yeah, that's about 25 people here speak English. Which is great news, guys, for the English speakers, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the piss out of all the foreigners, and they won't know. Not only that, if you laugh loud enough, they're just going to laugh with you. No, there's one over there, you see, he doesn't speak a word of English. Thank you for laughing, sir, in the yellow, that's great, thank you. Okay, no, I'm just kidding, I've got nothing against foreigners. Okay, if I did, I wouldn't say it here. Anyway, so is there such a thing as a prince? So English speakers, please, hands up again if you speak English. Right, great. Hands up if you don't speak English. How do you know to put your hand up, sir? Yes, security, take him away immediately. Anyway, so I'd like to know from an English speaker, is there actually such a thing as a prince? You think there is? Okay, let's do a quick show of hands. Whoever thinks there is such a thing as a prince, raise your hand. Right, make sure you get a photo of these people. They've got some serious issues. They don't know about reality and fairy tales. Anyway, okay, if you actually think that, put it this way, let me ask this different question. If you think that there is a difference between a prince and a fairy in terms of existence, raise your hand. If you think a prince is real, but a fairy is not, raise your hand. That's just 3 of you. Oh, the little boy raised his hand. That's very sweet. What's the difference between a prince and a fairy, young man? A fairy bends over. I didn't say that. I did not say that. The man over there said that. I'm just repeating it. Okay, that's not a bad answer, actually. We're going to do a comedy out of it. What's the difference between a prince and a fairy? What's that?
The fairy has wings.
A fairy has wings. Okay, yes, I suppose that's the difference between a prince and a fairy. A fairy has wings. Nobody yet has said a prince is real, because a prince is not real, of course. It's all made up. Ladies and gentlemen, what you are now witnessing is nothing short of a fairy tale. The difference between what you're doing and what your children do is your children are not stupid enough to actually believe your fairy tales, but you do. Nothing personal against you, madam, you look very nice. And you, sir, you look very big, so nothing personal against you. Anyway.